Hi everybody, this is Julie on our hosted live evening at Furball Farm Cat Sanctuary. Anybody know why I chose the words day after day? Sometimes I have a sarcastic streak to me. And sometimes I choose my words for reasons. I have a method to my madness. Now, I'll give you a little hint. Sherry had a troll on her live, and I thought I'd use those words because they said that she only focuses on Ryder, and that's why the cats in there have to sit in that room day after day. So, you know what? Day after day, these cats are loved. Every single solitary day after day after day. We clean the same way, day after day after day. Look at, there's Bor. We don't do anything different. So like, let's just pretend like somebody wanted to come and inspect us. We don't clean any different. Wouldn't matter. And matter of fact, if the Animal Humane Society wanted to come out, don't call us. Don't make an appointment. Just come on over, because we ain't got nothing to hide, right? So Sherry did see those comments. Just so you know, when I was alerted to those comments, I went in there and went, bye-bye, poof, and blocked them. So, you know what? Clearly, whoever that person was in disguise, clearly their mama didn't teach them right.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
So I thought that was interesting. And so my undies aren't in a bunch because you know what? Clearly from the comments that that person was making, they must follow our social media. And so actually it gets that person's undies in a bunch because we're doing so well here. We are doing really well. And they just look silly. So I just went there and said bye-bye so that Sherry didn't have to see that because no host wants to see stuff like that. There was a lot of comments that were mean, not only to Sherry, but to people that were asking questions. And we just know that they're sad folks, right? So we're gonna come in here. Oh, you know what? Do you guys see the beautiful collar that Tundra has? I forgot to put the collars away. I'm surprised nobody said something about, hey, there's a box of collars left out. So, and you know, the thing is that there's consequences to when people say stuff. The one good thing is I can't help but go back. I shared a memory that was on my personal Facebook page. And I shared it when when somebody called and made multiple complaints to the Humane Society, and they had to come out and inspect. They did a surprise inspection. And the consequence of that happened was actually really, really good for Furball Farm Cat Sanctuary because it made me step up my act to show people what we do behind the scenes. So I got to put that away. So you know what? When people decide to be a troll or kind of not be nice, sometimes I think it happens for a good reason. You know, it makes you stronger. It makes you do something that you might not have done. And so I take it for good, you know. So I saw the comments that they made for Sherry, and to me it was a learning lesson that, you know what, let's see if we can learn from it and maybe try to focus a little bit more on other cats like Rosie, because they were specific about Rosie. And we love Rosie. We're always in here with Rosie and all the other cats. But you guys are gonna watch Rosie. Get your Rosie fix, y'all. So we don't ignore the fools. We take what they say and just look in the mirror and just be better by their foolish ideas or foolish comments. Hold on. I gotta put this away. there. Isn't that nice seeing Rosie? Hi, Rosie Roo. Look at, doesn't she look beautiful with a pink collar? Oops. Doesn't she look super beautiful with a pink collar? She did not like me putting it on her. She was like thinking I was going to do something to her. Hi. Tundra, Tundra, we need to find you a home. Yes, we do. She's such a sweet girl. You are such a sweet girl. She does not want to look at the camera. Yeah, I think there, that's a good one. Isn't that a good view? Tundra. Clearly she doesn't know her name. Tundra. I'll show you the girls. So we're trying to get the girls, really Martina, Harper, and and Stormy out. The other ones I'd like to bring in here. There's Naomi. Hi, Naomi. And then Carrie. There's Carrie. Hi, Carrie. She always acts like she's super shy, but she really wants to be petted. So, do you know, I watched my live last night, my YouTube, and somebody educated me with how to see comments. I can't believe all the comments that I missed doing a YouTube. I feel horrible because I wanted to respond to so many people. I miss a lot of comments on YouTube, and I didn't realize it. So I apologize if you are commenting to me and I don't acknowledge you. I apologize. I watched my YouTube and I swiped left. Somebody said to swipe left on the comments, and I saw all the comments from the live and I was really sad. So know that I'm seeing the comments and I appreciate all the questions that everybody has. And I can hold her. That's Kelsey Marie. She loves to be held. I wish somebody lived around here that wanted a skittish kitten or cat because she's so small, but she loves to be held, and she loves to be held. She like grabs onto you and doesn't want you to put her down. So I have a sneaking suspicion that whoever likes to, who tried to offend Sherry, could be on this YouTube. They'll probably be on Facebook. You know, they'll just create a new one. And it doesn't get our undies in a bunch, it gets their undies in a bunch. So yeah, I had to do the 6 and 8. Hi, keepsake. Welcome. Yeah, the comments sometimes go by very fast, so I understand why you would miss them. Oh my gosh, I miss a ton. I could not believe it. So thank you for saying happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy anniversary. I will show you Flame in a little bit. Right now we are in the room that gets overlooked by Flame. Wah, 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 wah. Do you know that was the essence of the comments? Is Flame and Ryder take all the accolades. So we're going to stay in here. We're going to love on Bazzi. Bazzi eye is constantly draining. I'm hoping one day it stops, but we do wipe his eyes. His fur feels like a rabbit. He is so soft. Thank you for all the anniversary wishes. Thank you. 36 years he put up with me. What a man, right? See if Bruiser is in here. Hi, Bruiser. We love you too. I can't wait to put Bruiser out in the sanctuary. He just has to get a second. There's Jackfruit. He just has to get his second feline leukemia vaccine in distemper, and then he can go out to the sanctuary. I think Bruiser will be a lot happier out in the sanctuary. Anybody else? It's just really hard showing these guys. We'll have to make more reels of Trike and Tracy. Hey, I wonder if they're snuggled together. I think that might be JJ. Let me find the two. Oh, I apologize that I'm moving this camera. So let's see here. I'm gonna put you down for a second. I will show you Kira. She looks fabulous with her new buzz. Let me look for Trike and Tracy real quick, guys. Hey, are you both right here? Okay, okay, okay. There's Tracy. Hey. Where's Trike? Where's Trike? Hi. Hey. But you're not Trike. Hi. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to find Trike. Is this Trike right here? Hi. Oh. Well, all right. Well, I can't tell, and I'm. Well, I can at least show you Tracy. Isn't she beautiful? Trike and Tracy have the same eyes. They're like big, huge saucers. So there's Tracy. Hi, Tracy. Where's brother? There's two cats that I couldn't really see because it was kind of dark. And all right, let me get my glasses. All right. All right, that's enough shenanigans here. It's just gonna take work with Trike and Tracy. So they're works in progress. All right, bye guys. Love you. See you in a little bit. Oh, really, Tundra? Really? Yeah, the one underneath the veranda with the big eyes more than likely was Trike. Do you want to come out? Because, you know, I've been trying to let them out. Tundra. You can come out if you want, Tundra, because we can tell her apart. She's getting braver. Well, I'm going to shut this door, and I'm going to push her a little bit outside of her comfort zone. So I'm going to shut the door. Carrie, I don't want you out yet, okay? I'm going to shut the door, guys. So just remember that if she wants back in, she certainly can go back in. Tundra, you should come and check out the sanctuary. When one door closes, another one opens. So look at her. Yay! This is interesting. Rosalinda, I saw your comment. There's a difference between making a fake profile to be rude to people and making a fake profile to kind of stay under radar. Apples and oranges. Some people create another profile so that it's not their normal name and they kind of want to stay incognito for a little bit. But the fake profile that I don't like are ones that create a fake profile to be mean and to be unkind. So that's what I'm talking about. So here's some kittens. If you want a kitten fix, here's your kitten fix. Okay, let's go to the girls. So we are trying to get these cats to move outside their comfort zone. And we hope to open up this room. And Miss Tweety Pie, she actually came out for a little bit. She actually went over to the wheel. So I think tomorrow we're going to open up the door again and see. Martina and Stormy were chickens, but they did cross the threshold. But for sure we want Black Beauty and Dominique and Raylyn to be in the large meet and greet room so we can just have more time. More time to work with them. We like to push them outside their comfort zone a little bit, but not where it's traumatic for them. Tweety Pie, you really impressed me by going out in the sanctuary. You are a brave girl. You're a brave girl, Tweety Pie. Look at, you can tell she's feeling brave. You big girl. Did you run at the sanctuary and you had fun? And you didn't get hurt out there either, huh? Yeah, she's a big girl. That's my girl. Hi, Dominique. Hi, beautiful girl. Hi, honey. Okay. Hi, baby girl. Hi, baby girl. Hi, Dominique. Can you tell she's relaxing more? Yes. Yeah. So she's getting used to it. There's Stormy. Stormy's a chicken butt. So can someone explain why some are in rooms and some are not? So these cats came to us as feral, but they're not real feral because clearly you can see we can touch them. And so what we do is we vaccinate for distemper and feline leukemia along with rabies. And they need to be boosted. So they have to stay in here for 2 to 3 weeks until they're boosted. Once they're boosted and they're deemed healthy, not coming down with an upper respiratory infection or whatever, then we decide where they should go after this room. And a lot of times it's out with the general public, which is the sanctuary. Some of them are 100% adoptable, but they're skittish, and we will put them in the large meet and greet room, which is the first room that I started in. So it's funny how Janice had her 2 normal days off and people act like it's a vacation. Do you know that Janice needs to take 2 days off a week, just like everybody else that works full time? So Janice, Chris, Melanie, Michelle, they must take 2 days off per Department of Labor. They need to take days off. Plus, we don't want them to burn out. So I do find it interesting that Janice finally takes 2 days off and people are acting like she went on vacation. No, she took 2 days off. Yes, everybody needs a break. So, and I will take my break too. I will, I promise. Hey, there's Gretchen. Hi, Gretchen and Sergeant Jane. Yay! All right, so okay, so somebody was asking about Father Abraham. Did I walk right past him? I started on Father Abraham. Doo-doo-doo. I don't see him. Don't see him. Maybe he went outside. Look at nobody. Look at, there's our Ishmael. Ishmael. Hi, Ishmael. Yeah, we need Janice and Melanie and Chris to take their days off. Michelle gets her 2 days off. She takes Tuesdays and Fridays off regularly. But we need to be on Janice and Chris and Jelly. They need to take their 2 days off. There's our Ishmael. Hi, Ishmael. Oh. Yeah, Father Abraham was by the door, by the kitchen door, because he got some snackies. Let's scan. So if you are new, this is what we call the sanctuary. Inside the sanctuary. Well, maybe Father Abraham went outside. So we are going to go out into the Oh, I see him right by the slider. Father Abraham has lots of fans and made lots of babies and had a lot of fun. Isn't he handsome? Whatever happened to Officer John and Slate? They're here. For me, they're silver tabbies. Ah, it gets hard. Look at, there's Tundra, y'all. Hey, look at Tundra. So one thing you'll notice is that for sure we cannot keep the slider open. We want new cats that are in the sanctuary like Tundra to learn how to use the cat door to go in and out of the catio. Yay for Tundra. So I'll have to let Gretchen and Jane know that if she wants to go back in that room that she can. Isn't this amazing? Look at Shadow. He's like, ooh, there's a sexy young chick. She got a hot pink collar on. Look at her check it out. Isn't that fun? Yay! All right, so we will go out on the playground, and I know I only have 9 minutes left, and I'll ask Jane that. And let's go find Kira, okay? Let's go find Kira. Hey, Sergeant Jane, I'm supposed to ask you where... You ain't living that one down. We did have a Dallas. We did have a Dallas. Yep, we did. We've had a Dallas. We have, yep. All right, so they want me to find Kira. I know where Kira ran to, and I'll go see if she's over there.
Oh, little butterball?
Oh, and I'm supposed to tell Gretchen and Sergeant Jane, Tundra is running around. She's the white cutie patootie. She has a pink collar on. If she wants to go back in her room, she can. She's having a blast out there. I'm hoping she doesn't want to go back in that room, but just be on the lookout for her by that door. Okay.
I was working very hard by petting the cats.
Oh, good.
Therapy.
Gretchen's getting cat therapy.
Therapy.
Okay, let's go look for Kira. YouTube says, hi, Gretchen. Yes. Oh my gosh, you guys. Kira's kind of a fatty. Like, I was pleasant. Yeah, she's voluptuous like Sergeant Jane.
Look at that face.
And she threw the biggest F-bomb at me.
Oh, she's gonna, yeah, look at her. Who shaved her? Happy. Hannah.
Hannah Scissorhands and Dr. Ashley. It took two.
Look at that belly.
Not surprised.
She is, yeah, I got her right in my sights. Okay. She is one healthy specimen, and she does have 2 resorptive lesions for twofers, but they're not bad. Her teeth are actually in good shape. There's the train.
Oh, sweet baby girl. Oh, sweet. Oh.
So
Embarrassed.
she's kind of a little chunkster.
Do you feel better, my love?
She didn't miss a meal.
Hi, Kira. You look so much better, Kira. Hi, baby girl. What happened to you? Hi, Kira. Doesn't she look like a different cat? Yeah, I totally thought she'd be smaller and thinner, and she's actually quite healthy. So she's now microchipped. We always retest for FELV, FIV, just to do it, just because we've had her for a few years. And then she's vaccinated. And so in 2 weeks, you will see the net coming out because we're gonna plunk in a second. So there's Kira. Kira. I'm sure she feels so much better. So if you didn't catch the reel on Facebook, there's a reel that shows Blackbeard falling in love with the duck with a new fur coat. And then there's a picture, a previous picture of Kira prior to her shave. So again, if you're new on to our channel, we are out in the playground and you can hear the train. Cats are not fazed at all by it. They're so used to it. And they're used to living by scary highways with motorcycles and dump trucks, and they're so used to all that noise. But we are standing outside in the cat's playground. They have all this space to catch sky raisins. Oh, and I should say that Perdita went home today. Perdita was adopted and she actually went home today. Flame has an adoption pending. I see Fatty over there. I see a lot of cats. And if you like this view, we are live 24/7. You can be a fly on the wall. We are as transparent as transparency. We can't get any more transparent. And so you can watch us 24/7. We are on Twitch. It's a free app. And our handle is furball_farm. And Cullen is not hanging out. I just looked. And Celeste Pooh's not in her spot. We also are live stream on YouTube, and it's called Anita or Tilty's Grand Tour. Ooh, that train is loud. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you for that donation. So then you can watch this. And you can watch your cats. You can watch how we clean, how we care for the cats, how these cats cohabitate together. It is quite interesting. It's impressive that 350 cats can, for the most part, get along together. I know Chris's husband is putting more houses together, but isn't it interesting how so many cats can live on one property where they're not all crammed in? We've got plenty of space here. And how they seem to just, they just live in peace. Like they just know that if they want to be happy, that they have to give and take. Look at this Fatty and the primordial pouch king, Peter Parker. Yeah, one big happy family. Yeah. There's Blackbeard. He's not by his duck no more. Hey, is that Velveeta right there? Hi, Velveeta. I have a video of her walking. I want to make a reel so people can see how she walks. Hi, Velveeta. I was just going to sit down. So she's missing part of her right paw. And these are the kind of cats that we like to take in, especially the injured ferals, probably from a live trap. And so we really aim to be a safe place for these feral cats, like Velveeta. So I have a minute left to show you your cats. Hi, Velveeta. Okay, Velveeta is not pettable. She is still considered a feral cat. If I were to start walking closer to her, she would run, which is why I sat down and I stayed. I'm this far away from her. I don't want to get too close because it'll make her run. So, and that's our mission here, is to take in cats that rescues can't take in because you can't touch them. They're not adoptable, and they will clog up their foster system. Isn't this a unique looking cat? Like, how often do you see a cat with colors like this? This is Fifi. Isn't she just gorgeous? It's almost like she came out of a burning building, right? Who's crying? All right. Well, looks like that's a wrap. I'm gonna go home to my groom of 36 years today. So thanks for tuning in, and if you like to go shopping, furballfarmshop.com has everything and more that you need for your cat-loving anybody. And log into our live stream and you can look at your beautiful cats. All right, have a great rest of your night, and Gretchen and Sergeant Jane will be on at 8 o'clock tonight. You'll get to see the cats get their treats for the night. All right, good night. Bye.